wonderful presentation. We have three presentations. The first is by, let me invite the speakers to the podium. Mr. Avik Sil from EPRI. Yeah, okay. Dr. Raju Sarkar from Delhi Technical University, DTU. Mr. DBSSSR Sastri from Ramki Enviro. Dr. Vaishali Nandan from GEZ. Please note that we are behind the schedule by nearly an hour. So we need to compress, and I would urge you to cooperate with time, and we have allocated some, 15 minutes time, but then maybe I'll give a little bit shorter time and then give a call. I'm not going to take any of your time. I will straight away start. The only thing is that the tone has been set very well, by the presentation by Professor Nicholas Themilis. It was a wonderful presentation, global perspective, and you need to understand that, and Rakesh Kumar rightly so, intervened and said, elaborated that it just, waste to energy is not the only solution, but there are niche areas for all technologies. There are spaces for all technologies depending on the characteristics of the waste and to what extent we can segregate, and cost, affordability. So therefore, depending on that, we will take the technologies as it come. And the first one, I don't know the topic, the presentation is by Zero Waste. Okay, Zero Waste is from the EPRI. So I invite Avik Sil to make his presentation. So 10 minutes presentation, okay? Thank you.
Yeah, good morning everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the organizer for giving me this opportunity to come and present over here. And I thank my team for making such a presentation for me. And let's see, zero waste, It is a thing like, is it a concept or it can be brought into reality? That is the real fact, and how we can implement it for the municipal solid waste. See, first, how the waste is generated. So if we look into the life cycle, it has been coming from the environment as a raw material through the various processes. It is again going back to the environment back as in the form of waste. So if you talk about the industrial process for manufacturing activities, and also when you are using it as a product. So we are generating waste from various sectors, and all of them going back to the landfills or some treatment plants. Now if you see the current scenario in India, it's mainly the unsegregated waste which is being collected and transported, and mainly we are disposing in the open dump sites. There are very few places where technologies are being used, and they're operating in a very nice conditions. You can see some of the dump sites conditions of India also. Now, what could be the solutions? Now, we should concentrate on from the short-term priorities, going to the medium term, to the long term. In short term, we can talk about the public health. That's the first we can target, that with this waste, with this open landfillings and all, health quality could be a challenge. Then coming to medium term, it could be environmental degradations. Lot of pollution which has been created, the nuisance which has been created, And on the long term, we can go for sustainability of the whole planet, whole country. Now, to achieve that, can you use the policy of zero waste? Let's see what zero waste is talk about. It is the ability to achieve sustainable planning to reduce the waste, and also to come up with a strategy to treat and use the waste as a source, not as garbage, but as a source of energy, as a product for future development. Now, concept, it talks with the same policies of reduce, redesign, repair, recycle, and regulation. Now, why zero waste needed in India? Because landfills are very, we do not have space for landfills. Okay, and second things, most of the open dumping, there are the various sources of GHGs. You know, GHGs are emitted. So, if we are going for this this concept, there will be a lot of research opportunities. Green jobs can be created. Aesthetic value of the area could be improved. The economy could be another important aspect. It will give to a new scope of policy research and policy development, and target-based reduction of waste can be given to the municipalities. And this is one of the thing about how much jobs can be created from using different products and reusing them. Like for computers, if you reuse for about 10,000 tons per year of waste, we can create about 300 jobs. Comparing with open dumping landfills, it's only very less. So we have various opportunities of creating jobs in the country also. Now, how to achieve it? That's the biggest question. Now, local policies has to be developed. Local policies has to be made in the way to encourage reduction of waste. Waste to energy could be taken as another source. Incentive schemes, you know, because segregation is biggest challenge. So can we pick up the rack pickers into the segregation scheme, come up with various incentive schemes for them, create jobs. Sustainable development, the green buildings, the green products can be developed. One important aspect, we cannot treat the waste as a waste, but we have to see as a product material for different, as a source of energy or different policies. Education and awareness has to be important, and the environmental audits has to be taken care. Anything which has been developed, there has to be proper monitoring, and with that, the renovation and improvement of the technologies should take place on a constant basis. Now, if you see for the municipalities, you know, they could target it in few ways. Like they could target reduction of waste going into the landfills. You know, if they're now the 100% going into the landfills, can you have a target in 10 years? Only 70% will go into the landfills. So the rest 30% has to be treated somewhere. And where they could make money out of it from the transportation, you can reduce the cost of transportation, fuel cost, the emission cost, if you are going for decentralized treatment options. And also, whichever the existing landfills could be converted into the sanitary ones and the CDM benefit. So they can make money out of the CDM benefit. And so, if you are looking ahead, the technology has to be developed for biodegradable. We know for biodegradable there are X, Y, Z technologies. What about the non-biodegradables? Okay, for that we have to chalk out some technologies. Inert can go to landfills. So it has to be chalked out with the incentive schemes, the community participation, technologies, as well as the economic benefit. All these things should come together to achieve the reduction of the waste going into the landfills, and coming up with different technologies and developing into a new concept area. And the benefits, as we said, the CDM benefits, the new policy, decentralized treatment schemes can be taken into account, reduction in the transportation cost that can be taken into account. It will create a lot of job opportunities, and there are a lot of future benefits along with it. So